What's up guys, welcome back to another Gwent video, and today's focus is going to be on the 4 Nilfgaard reveals that happened yesterday and today. Now before I start, if you guys missed my Northern Realms video where I covered Tisea, Letitia, Practice, and Artor Student, you can check that out as well. It'll be present at the end of the video, and linked in the description as well. I also want to preface this video quickly by saying that you guys might have noticed a lack of actual Gwent gameplay deck videos where I showcase a deck or something. The reason for that is because this meta has kind of boiled down to something I'm really annoyed by. Mill, Clog, and Foltest Inspired Zeal, all extremely frustrating to play against. It has been quite annoying. I don't really like playing the meta decks a lot. So I wanted to try building, some Squirtle deck, but a lot of the Squirtle decks kind of suck. So there will be a video soon, but it'll be me playing some decks made by other people, because I think there's some really interesting, stuff out, there. Now it is Nilfgaard, for example. There's a Nilfgaard mid-range deck I think Shaggy made, which looks really interesting. I want to play that. There's a Squirtle control deck I saw on playgwent.com, so that's also seems like a lot of fun. So anyway, there'll definitely be a video, but personally right now I've just been enjoying stepping away from Gwent for about a few days and playing stuff like a Plague Tale on my channel, which has been really fun. So anyway, Nilfgaard. With all that out, let's get to Nilfgaard. Infiltrate your enemies' ranks with double agents and strike from the shadows. So I'm going to start from the bottom first. I think it's much more, it builds anticipation a lot better. Let's start out with the common card, Thanedd Thronecode. 4 strength, 4 provisions, human mage agent. So we got some agent synergy here, which means Falsiri actually has some support. Deploy. Give an enemy unit spying. Order conspiracy. Damage an enemy unit by 1. Whenever an enemy unit gains spying, reduce this unit's cooldown by 1. Cooldown 2. Hell hath no fury like a sorcerer's scorn. Really, really good card. I think this is definitely a card that Spy Nilfgaard is going to love using. Because right now Spy Nilfgaard has Impra Enforcers, which is the only consistent damage source they have. Like bronze damage card that synergizes with Spies. So Thanedd Thronecode is similar. Now, immediately you give spine to something, so it synergizes with your Imprint Forces, it synergizes with your Seditious Aristocrats, it synergizes with Thirsty Dames, all those cards. Now, Order Conspiracy. Now, based on the wording, I believe the damage is either dealt to... if you target a unit with spine, you can deal damage 1 with it. So as long as there's... the damage 1 can, I believe, be done to Conspiracy units, right? Order Conspiracy. Damage an enemy unit by 1. So for those who don't know what Conspiracy does, it's basically when you target a spying unit. So you play a spy, you can then kill it essentially. And whenever an enemy unit gains spying, reduce this unit's cooldown by 1, cooldown 2. So it's similar to an Elven Swordmaster, except the condition. Actually no, it's similar to a Brockor Hunter. That's a much better comparison, right? Cooldown 2, damage 1. Only spy units though, and you can reduce the cooldown every time you either play a spy unit or you give something spine. So that's really cool. I think this is a fantastic card. Not only is the art phenomenal, I think the effect makes a lot of sense in a spy deck. Right now, in the game, the ways to apply spying are with Fergus. You have Fergus, so you have this guy. You have the Mage Torturer right over here. And then you have Emir himself, right? Here. Yeah, this guy. So yeah, the fact that Emir is no longer, forced to be forced in a devotion deck to give spine to things is actually really good for spine now, especially with these cards we're going to see. So yeah, you're also going to see that there are actually a few more cards that actually give spine above, so that's really interesting. Honestly, this is a solid 4 out of 5 card. I think it's an awesome card. It requires an answer because otherwise it's just going to ping stuff down, and you can give spine pretty consistently, right? Really love the card. I think it's a great card. The rare card is Master of Puppets. Human Mage Agent, another agent, so Falsiri getting more value. Orders seize a bronze enemy unit, then moves self to the opposite row. Cooldown 2. Do you feel in control? This is from Dark Knight Rises, right? This is when Bane puts his hand on the guy's shoulder and says, do you feel in control? I like it. Anyway, this is another really interesting effect. So you seize a bronze enemy unit. This is any bronze enemy unit. It can be as tall or as small as it wants to be. You can seize like a Hamadryad at 16 power. But the trade-off is that this guy then goes to the opposite side. Now, there's actually synergy with this, because once he goes to the opposite side, he'll gain spying, which means you can actually start pinging it down with Thanedd Turncoat. You can ping it down with Impra Enforcers. Um, and it's got cooldown too, which means if you don't control this, if you don't kill it for some reason, your opponent can then use this card to steal back the bronze that you took from them, which is really interesting. I really like the design of this card. I think it's super, super interesting. So it's a seize effect that an enemy can actually take advantage of. You know, they can boost the Master of Puppets to, you know, potentially take back the Hamadryad, you know, if they want it. Um, really cool effect, really cool effect. I think it's really, really good. I think it's actually a pretty good card. Not amazing. I think it works well against boosted units or monster units which tend to have high base strength. But yeah, if you're seizing something that's, you know, higher power than this, that's always a trade better, right? It's like a bronze Ivar in a sense. Think of it like a bronze Ivar essentially, that the opponent can actually use against you as well. So really cool design. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's a really nice card. The epic card is Furcart. Furcart? I think it's Furcart. 3 strength, 7 provisions, human mage. Deploy. Play a special card from your hand, then draw a card. Whenever you play a special card, give spying to a random, non-spying enemy unit. Pawns will never know of the unseen hands, maneuvering them towards certain doom. I saw this and I immediately thought, okay, this is fantastic synergy with the end of Invocation, right? Because you play this, you then play Invo, and then you'll immediately draw the card you Invo'd. Great synergy over there. When you play a special card, give spying to a random enemy, non-spying enemy unit. So again, synergy with your Thanedd Turncoat, synergy for your Seditious Aristocrats, synergy for your Enforcers, synergy for spies. This is really, really awesome to see. I think this card is fantastic. Like the fact that it thins your deck, it helps you cycle through your deck is already a very good thing, and it synergizes really well with, you know, Yennefer, Invocation, stuff like this, right? What special cards would you be playing in NG Spies? You play Amnesty. So let's go to the deck. Oops, Amnesty. Amnesty is actually a pretty good card here. Amnesty is 1. Let's just look at Nilfgaard, card type, specials. So Coup, obviously. Coup, I can't believe I forgot about Coup. Coup is really popular. Yennefer's Invocation, obviously. This is actually pretty decent as well in a spying one, I guess. No, never mind, not this. Deadman's Tongue is very popular. I already talked about this. Assassination is really good. Even Experiment Remedy is also fantastic because Nilfgaard decks tend to run Duchess's Informant, so they can use that. You obviously have your removals card. So yeah, you're going to get some good value from Furcard. As long as he lives, you're going to get a lot of value for your spying synergy, which I think is fantastic. Another 4 out of 5 card. Fantastic card. Really fantastic card. Going through this pretty well. So far, Nunji's got some great stuff. And let's talk about the legendary card now. It is Artor Terra Nova. 4 strength, 12 provisions. Greasy looking guy, isn't he, holding Siri like that? Human Mage. Assimilate, deploy, spawn, and play a copy of any non-disloyal unit you gave spying to during this game, excluding self. Ambition can be blinding. I want to talk about that because that's actually a pretty nice, a bit of nice wordplay based on the card art we have and his lore. This card is phenomenal. This card is phenomenal. We've seen the amount of cards that can give spying, right? So you can literally apply spying to your opponents like Jacques de Aldersberg or your opponent's Horson Jr. or something. And then when you play Artor, it's not create, by the way. It's spawn and play a copy of any. So he'll if you somehow gave spying to like 20 enemy units in a single game, you'll see all 20 options and you can choose any of them. Really, really strong card. It's like a Brathan's, but in a different way, right? It requires a little bit more setup compared to Brathan's, but it's still a fantastic card. 4 for 12 with Assimilate. My god, it's basically a 5 because of the card you play, plus whatever you play, right? Artor Terra Nova is an easy 5 out of 5. I think this card is fantastic. If you don't want to give it 5 out of 5, it's an easy 4.5 out of 5. Then this card is phenomenal. In fact, honestly, Nilfgaard has got phenomenal reveals. You know, none of these cards I think are bad. None of them feel average. They all feel good and better, and I think that's fantastic. Obviously, theoretically, the card that I'm most iffy about is Master of Puppets, but even that is a 3.5 out of 5. I think all these cards are going to see play. I cannot wait to play a spy deck. Like, let's just build a spy deck, right? Let's just see what we can do with a spy deck. If you go to Nilfgaard, and so you have obviously your good spies. You have Emir, obviously. You have Joachim. You have Invo, as I said, for Furcart. Coup de Grace, fantastic card. Defender, you know, it's some great stuff here. You have a bunch of spies you can play. You have Artorius Vigo who can give you more spies. You have, obviously, as I said, Brothans. I think I missed, yeah, Brothans here. We have now the new card. So the only thing I think about this card is that it is 12 provisions, so it is, again, competing at that high slot. You have stuff like Usurper, you have Brothans, you know, kind of iffy, so you got to be careful about this, but I definitely think this card is going to be seen in even outside spy decks. Like, even outside spy decks, this card is still going to see play, because all you need to do is play something like Fergus, or even a Mage Torture, you know, just give spying to something, and you'll get some value out of Artor Terra Nova, right? The only thing is you're saving the Mage Torture for something big, or something you really want to use it on. So it could be Tor removal, it could be like a Vilgefortz, it could be, as I said, Shock to Aldersburg, it could be another Usurper, who knows? You know, there's some great options here, I think, yeah. So honestly, Nilfgaard has got some phenomenal reveals. Just quickly go through them again. 4.5, I will give it a 5, honestly. Furcard is a 4, this is a 3.5, this is a 4. Fantastic cards. Yeah, that was pretty short, right? I don't think I had to say much. So yeah, Nilfgaard reveals are done. Scoia'tael next. I'm super excited for that. Obviously, Scoia'tael is my favorite faction in the game, which is why I've also been quite reluctant to play Gwent right now, simply because of the terrible state they are in. But the next video for reveals will come out day after, so today is Thursday, I believe. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, it's the... oh no, I'm recording it Friday night, right? Friday morning, actually. So the next video should come out Sunday-ish. Expected to be like Saturday night, Sunday morning, Indian time, obviously. But yeah. That's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on these cards down below in the comment section. If you guys agree with my, you know, theorizing of these cards, and if you guys disagree, I'd love to know why exactly. Just want to quickly say, I don't think any of these cards are specifically for milling or clogging, right? Because I'm done with that stuff. Doesn't look like it. They all seem to support spies or mid-range kind of stuff. Alright, so hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.